Persona 4 is a truly special game which withstands the test of time. It was originally released by Atlas in the year 2008 for the PS2 and then re-released for the PlayStation Vita as Persona 4 Golden. And it was my first real venture into JRPGs. I mostly only played Pokemon, or I played Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Those are like the only two games I played. This video will contain spoilers for Persona 4, so if you haven't played it, go check it out. I picked this game up during quarantine. I was super bored. I was doing nothing but waking up and watching JoJo's, literally nothing else. I woke on Steam and I saw Persona 4 Golden. I thought, hey, wasn't Persona 5 really popular? This game has to be pretty good, right? Everything about this game really clicked to me. Like its story, its characters, its themes, its music especially. I loved this game as soon as I picked it up. I really want to start this review out by talking about its story. The story starts with Yu, not literally Yu, but Yu Narukami, the protagonist of this game. His parents screw off to some foreign country and leave Yu behind with your uncle and cousin in a small town called Inaba. Can I just talk about the parents of the Persona protagonists? Like, where the hell are they? Like, not even a phone call or a text or nothing. My parents are dead. The game starts in a mysterious limousine and you know nothing about it. You sees a guy with a long ass nose and just assumes it's a dream. And then he has another dream of some foggy area. Ooh, foreshadowing. We also join school and meet our main characters. So Yu keeps on seeing these weird dreams and has the thought to stick his hand in it apparently. And he sticks it and his arm goes through it. Weird shit. So it takes his friends to the supermarket to the TV and they jump inside the TV and see these monsters. And then Yu awakens his persona. This is where the main game kind of kicks off. So the main story of this game is a murder mystery. You go around town, try to find clues about who the murderer is, and try to avoid your friends and other characters from getting murdered. We also learn more about our characters and how they came to be. The story of this game is rather good. It's not overdone. It really lets the setting and the gameplay shine through. Speaking of the setting, I love Inaba. It's such a cool area. It feels so quaint and small, going from the big city in Persona 3 to a small town in Persona 4. It's a really nice change of pace. It's not very expansive, but it feels as if everything is connected. Normally in most RPGs, the setting is like some massive city or like a massive region that expands a whole area. But here it's just a small area. And because of it, I feel like you get way more connected to it. It feels so natural. Alright, enough about a town in a fictional game. Let's talk about the main shit, the do or die of any video game, the gameplay. Persona 4 is a social sim slash dungeon crawling RPG. I kind of want to talk about the social sim elements first because that's kind of what makes Persona Persona. Dungeon crawling RPGs are kind of like a dime a dozen, especially in SMT. What really makes Persona unique from all its other counterparts and all different RPGs are definitely social links. You go around exploring town and see various other characters and interact with them. The more you interact with them, you get to know more about their story and their character. But the cool thing is, the more you get closer and closer to the character, the more your social link rank increases. That rank has a direct correlation to the other aspects of this game, which is really cool. It kind of gives a reason to actually do the social links. Luckily, most of the social links in this game are pretty good. Like for example, Nanako and Dojima, your uncle and cousin. Their social links are kind of like intertwined. It's about how they express their grief of the passing of mother and wife. It's about how their relationship was affected by her passing. Like how Dojima never gave up on trying to catch the killer, and how Nanako feels so lonely without her mother. At the end of both of their social links, they kind of come together and become like father and daughter again. It's just some heartwarming shit, man. I can't really say anything else. So that's like a good example of a social link. But there are some pretty bad ones, like this one, the nurse. I really hate this social link. Half of the social link is just the nurse hating on you, which like, whoa, calm down there. And then what seems like out of nowhere, she just starts complaining about her job and how she hates being a nurse. It just feels so rushed. I actually really hate that social link. It's probably one of the worst social links in Persona as a whole. Beside from the social sim, 90% of the time you're gonna be spending in this game is in its dungeons. And I, for one, absolutely hate the dungeons in this game. The dungeons are so ass. They're all auto-generated. On paper, might sound pretty good. Like, whoa, they're all auto-generated. So every floor has a new pattern. But in actual practice, it's shit. It feels like the social sim part, at least the Persona 4, is more important than its gameplay. The dungeons are kind of enjoyable at times. They're not really bad, they're just not good. It's way better than Tartarus though. I hate Tartarus. That is a literal hellhole. You get it? Because Tartarus is hell. The game uses the same combat system as Persona 3, the all-out attack system. You have to find the shadow's weakness using the correct element to attack. If you knock down all the shadows, you get to do a powerful attack. It's not the most complex system in JRPGs. Atlas already made the best system in the press turn system. Or probably at Atlas HQ they're thinking, how do we make the press turn system? But for babies. The game's not really that hard. It's pretty easy, but it's kind of embarrassing to say that I was the baby. I was so bad at this game. You have to cut me some slack, alright? The only RPG I played before was Pokemon. And Pokemon, you don't need to do anything. You just click the button and it kills the enemy. But in this game, you have to do other shit. And it was my first Mega Man game, so I had no idea what to do. So I just tried rushing and I got demolished multiple times on easy mode. Please, you have to understand, I'm not bad at video games. I can play video games. I'm really good at video games. I beat Nocturne and SMT4. Those are hard games. I promise I'm pretty good at video games, alright? I want to talk about the music for some time. The music in this game is really good. It's probably one of my favorite soundtracks in any video game of all time. I love almost every track in this game. All the songs in this game bring out like a different emotion. Like, there's songs that can make you hype as hell, but there's songs that can make you kind of somber. Music in video games is generally used to immerse you into that game. And I don't think there's any other game I can think of that does it as good as Persona 4. It really helps the best moments in this game. The character interactions. Characters in this game are so lovable. You can't really hate them. There's not a character that you're gonna be like, yeah, no, that character sucks. This game really depends on its character interactions. The social links for all of the main characters are pretty good. They're all not rated equally, because Yukiko and Rise, I might be talking out of my ass completely here. I just missed some really important point. But it feels like they had the exact same character arc. Yukiko basically is gonna inherit the inn in Inaba, but she wants to leave Inaba. Rise is an idol, but she wants to stop idling. By the end of the social links, they go to various events, and at the end, Yukiko decides, I want to stay in Inaba. And Rise decides that she wants to continue being an idol for all her friends. I can't be the only one who thought they're kind of like the exact same character arc. It's not a bad story arc at all. It's just kind of lazy that it feels like they did it twice. And then there's Adachi. I don't know about Adachi. I can't tell if he's a good or bad character for the life of me. This game makes pretty obvious who the murderer is. Like, he just goes like, wouldn't it be super funny if I released super important details about this murder case in front of a group of unsuspecting teens? At least it's better hidden than Akechi. Akechi was bullshit. Adachi is a weird ass character. He had his ego bruised by being sent to the boonies because he lived in the city. And then he accidentally shoves someone into the TV and realizes he has power. So he goes on a murder spree. Yeah. And the game, when you finally confront him, he spews shit about talent and how only people with talent will be able to do anything in life, the rest are just cast aside. That's a big problem with the game. Its writing is super inconsistent. Sometimes it's really nice and sometimes it's really bad. The whole cabin scene with Kanji is not great. You can tell that this game kind of came from a different era because that shit wouldn't fly today. The game generally aged, I think, super well. The graphics are, you know, it's a bit outdated because it's a PS2 game, but it doesn't look bad. But the main part of it, what aged super well, is its themes. The themes of its game will never be irrelevant. The game has its issues, for sure. It's not a perfect game, it's not a masterpiece, I will never claim it to be so. The game has a handful of problems, but I've always looked past them. This game means a lot to me. The game's themes of self-identity and self-discovery really helped. I started playing this game in quarantine. I was kind of depressed. I haven't talked to my friends in like a year. I didn't do anything, I was just bored out of my mind. But I played this game in a super cheesy way. It helped, reminded me how important friendship is. and how much I miss my friends. I moved to a new state and I left all my friends there. I'll miss them for sure, but the memories I've had with them and all the time I had fun with them will always remain. I don't know when I'll meet them again, if I'll ever meet them again, but I'll know that it doesn't matter because I'll always remember the memories I've had with them. I truly love this game. It has its problems. It's not the best game ever. Hell, I've played better games created by Atlas, but it doesn't really matter. I still think this game is probably one of the best games you can ever play. And now that it's releasing to more platforms, I hope more and more people get to realize how special this game truly is. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, everything. This video was such a long time in the making. I waited to buy this green screen. I waited to do so much stuff just so I could make this video as good as possible. This game means a lot to me. So I wanted to make sure that I made the best video possible for it. And yeah, I'll definitely do more game reviews soon. I'll try to make more and more. I want to do SMT4 next, or Persona 3, or whatever next. I'm definitely not only gonna stick to Atlas as well. I'm gonna do more shit. But that's about it. Thank you for watching this video, and